So the first myth that a lot of people have about video production is that crafting a script is hard. You probably haven't written a script before, and when you sit down to think about writing a script, your head goes blank. And the reason why is not because you don't have a message to share. You're a business owner, you're sharing your message all the time. But often we have the myth that we can't create a script or creating a script is too hard simply because we have a fear of being on video. And so like anything, if you're trying something new, it just comes down to practice. But I want to dispel this myth that creating a script is hard by helping you understand where you draw the information for your script. So you can actually find the message that you're already sharing. You're sharing your message when you go to a networking event. You're telling the story of, why you started your business and, why you're so passionate about the business that you do. You can share a success story of someone that you worked with. You can share what is on your website. What types of products and services do you offer? Any message that you're putting out there in a blog post, you're giving people information, you're telling them, how to do something that they don't already know how to do. You just simply need to repurpose that content into a video script, and it can be a very short script of 1 or 2 minutes. To have the most effective type of video, I really recommend thinking about what people are already searching for. So are they searching for information that comes in a how-to format? Because the most popular videos that people search for on YouTube are how-to videos, how to bake a cake, how to apply makeup, those sorts of how-to tips that people can't find unless they have an expert like you that can share it with them. Okay, and then you also can get motivated to write your script and get over this hurdle thinking that script writing is hard by understanding the purpose. Like, you're actually writing that script so that you can tease and promote other content that you have. You can tease and promote information that's on your website. You can tease and promote people to go check out other blog posts that you have, other information that you want to give away to them to add value to their life. So the second myth that people have about video production is that driving traffic to your video is hard. How are you going to get people to watch your video? Who's going to see your video? And how are you going to distribute it? And it's definitely a valid concern, but I don't want this to keep you from actually making videos, because there's so many places you can distribute these days. You can distribute on Facebook, you can distribute on YouTube, you can distribute on LinkedIn, you can even put your video on Pinterest, and you definitely should be putting your video on a blog. And if it's the appropriate video, like an intro video, you can put that on your website homepage. But the best part about where we're at today with video marketing is that live streaming has become so popular. And so now we have competing apps and websites. So you can use Periscope for live streaming, you can use Facebook Live, you can use Instagram Stories, and now you can use YouTube Live. And so you could use all of these live streaming sites, and you're going to be driving more traffic immediately, especially on Facebook. Facebook is now very heavily favoring video, so you'll notice you're getting a lot of notifications when people are going live on Facebook, and so that is really the fastest way to drive viewers to your video to help them discover you. But you want to be creating other types of videos as well. And so if you're not doing a Facebook Live, be sure that you're distributing your video on lots of different sites Also, sending out your video in your email, getting it out to your email list. And then the last tip to dispel this myth is that you want to reach out to people who are influential. You never know who might like your video and might want to share it. So it could be just a friend who knows your work, knows your content, and would be happy to share your video to get it out to their list, because it adds value to their list, being able to share the information and the tips that you provide. So myth number 3, this one really trips a lot of people up. So people think that making a video is hard, the actual production that goes into making a video. So many people say to me, how am I gonna film my video? I don't know what camera to use, and I'm terrible at editing, and editing is too hard, and I don't even want to sit down and edit my own videos. And I totally get that. And that's why this video right now, if you're watching the podcast, I encourage you to come on over to YouTube to actually see the visual of my backdrop and how I'm recording this video, because I'm actually using the same basic tools that I would recommend to anyone getting started out. These are just some of the tools that I would recommend, but they are accessible to everyone. And so I'm recording on QuickTime right now, just doing a movie recording, and I just have a basic backdrop in my house, and this is recorded right on my desktop. It's easier, I think, to set up your desktop to record, because you do need some accessories if you're going to be recording a video, where you're talking to the camera, giving information like I am. You need some tripods or monopods for your phone. Otherwise, you'll get tripped up with your phone, possibly falling over or just, being shaky. So you might have to invest in accessories. But with QuickTime, that's just one of the tools you could use on your desktop for recording. And then you can think about the content that you're going to share. You already have your script. So you could do your channel intro. You could record that on QuickTime, or you could record it on your phone. Everybody has a smartphone that they can, go out into nature and record something that just introduces people to your YouTube channel. You could do a behind the scenes look at your business through Instagram stories or Snapchat. And you can do many things with editing. And a lot of times people say to me that they don't know how to edit their video. They're really confused and they feel very overwhelmed about what tools they could use to do some basic editing on their videos. And so a lot of you don't even know. I've heard from many people who aren't aware of the YouTube editor, for instance. So YouTube editor is one of many basic tools that you can use to do some really cool things to polish up your videos and just make them a little bit more polished and make them stand out a little bit more. So the YouTube editor is within the Creator Studio, and you go into info and settings, and then you'll be able to see in there that you can make some basic cuts on your video, selecting your in and out. Oftentimes when you're recording something on your cell phone, for instance, you probably want to cut out like the first few seconds of the video, and those first few seconds of the video are really important to the viewer. So you want to make sure that you're really tight at the beginning. So that's just one example of what you could do with the YouTube editor. You can also add music, you can add different filters, you can add text. These are very basic editing tools that you have at your disposal. So go in there and check that out, the YouTube editor. And what's really cool is that you'll find a whole music library. So a lot of times I hear that people get tripped up because they don't know how to add music to their video or where they can go to find music that is actually copyright free, because you never want to violate a musician's copyright when you're adding music to your video. But YouTube understands this, and so they've created a whole library where you literally just go in there and select your genre, and then you can add that music. Okay, so check out the YouTube editor, but here's 2 more tools for you. Also, Animoto. Animoto is a way that you can upload video clips and you can add photos, and then you create an animated montage, which is really cool, and you get to select the theme, like the background of the animation, and then it creates this whole animated motion sequence, which is really cool if you just want to like showcase, okay, we had our grand opening, we had an event, and you want to showcase videos and photos. Another tool is Adobe Spark, which is really cool. You could create a product advertisement. You can upload your logo, you can upload graphics, you can upload short video clips, and it actually creates a short video for you that you can instantly upload to social media. So I've given you 3 basic tools that I hope you can get started with. Editing should never trip you up because there's so many tools out there. I can share so many more with you in future videos, but those are 3 tools that you can use to get started today. And so you can see from everything that I've shared with you that video is not an impossible medium. It just requires a little bit of effort to make your videos stand out, to have them be decent quality. Of course, if you really want to stand out, you should go and get a professional videographer and show people that you really care about the quality of your video. But I hope this info was helpful to you, and I hope that you'll get started today with making your videos. And please leave a comment and let me know, do you have any further questions? And if you get started making your videos, come back and comment and let me know what you've created and any problems that you experience, or whether this info was helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.